Alright, so we all know SummerSlam is coming up. And we all know already the main event of the biggest event of the summer will most likely be Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. And I'm here to tell you guys right now, I'm not going to SummerSlam, and nor I am excited for Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. You see, this is the reason why I am not excited for this match, and this is the true reason why. Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, although many fans want to see it, although many fans are probably hyped for it, I personally am not hyped for it. The reason being is this match should have happened a long time ago. This match should have happened maybe in 2003 or 2004, but it didn't. It really didn't happen. I mean, the only time Triple H and Brock Lesnar, to my knowledge, have stepped into a ring together was that Global Warming 2002 pay-per-view tour, whatever they did show, and it was a triple threat match for the WWE Undisputed Championship, and The Rock beat Triple H and Brock Lesnar, and then Rock ultimately lost to Lesnar at SummerSlam. And the thing is, I just don't care what they will do for Brock Lesnar and Triple H because they've been treating this feud like a joke. I mean, Brock Lesnar pretty much is hated around WWE backstage, apparently. Brock Lesnar is doing whatever the fuck he wants. Triple H is coming out there on the mic, taking like cheap jabs at Lesnar, and then Heyman's coming in taking cheap jabs at Triple H. It's just like, yeah, that's cool for some smarts, but sometimes it's just like, look, I like it when wrestling is just a fun show. I don't care about internet smarkiness into wrestling. I hate when wrestlers try to bring smarkiness into the product because then it's just like, come on, guys, can we just keep it fun? I mean, the CM Punk shoot promo, yes, that was epic. That was fun. That was a fun shoot promo because that's how he was feeling at the time. That's cool and all, but when it's just promos where they're just taking jabs at each other every 5 seconds, damn, dude, that just gets annoying. Not to mention the way the WWE product is going, it's just how can you be excited for a match like this? I mean, really, when Brock Lesnar makes a Kimura look bad, and I'm an MMA fan, I'm a huge MMA fan. I am picky about when Lesnar's doing his MMA work. The fact that he's laying down doing a Kimura backwards, which is a bad position for a Kimura in the first place, and then Triple H no sells it, like basically sells the arm injury all weird, and then no sells it at the Floyd Mayweather fight. It really shows that, pretty much that they're lazy. They don't care about continuation of feud. Triple H is not even wearing the arm brace because he's mad at Lesnar in real life and he's breaking kayfabe. And pretty much it's just like, why should I care if they're not going to put the effort for this feud? And also, I'm not a fan of Lesnar's in-ring style. I'm sorry. I know everyone's going to be like, well, it's different, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. MMA fan here. When I saw Lesnar in MMA, and I know people are going to come on here and say he sucked, yeah, whatever. But when I saw Lesnar in MMA, when he would punch people, Randy Couture fell from one damn punch of Lesnar in their title fight in like the third, fourth round. And Randy Couture just got hit by that big paw and he fell. And then Lesnar started to hit him really soft and stuff like that. How am I supposed to believe Brock Lesnar is not winning this damn fight because I've seen him beat real fighters? Despite how he won, despite how you may think of him, he beat real fucking fighters. Let's face it, people. He beat Frank Mir. He beat Shane Carwin, who was hot at the time. Shane Carwin was definitely a hot heavyweight at the fucking time when he was going. Randy Couture, and if you say, oh, no one, like Randy Couture is no joke, okay? Randy Couture was really good. Randy Couture, yes, was aging, but he was still putting up some fucking phenomenal fights. You cannot deny that. Randy Couture was putting up some phenomenal fights up in that point of his career. He also beat who else did he beat? I think he beat like Heath Herring, but Heath Herring sucked. I mean, he beat some pretty top level guys. I mean, at the time of the UFC, I mean, most current fans are gonna be like, you never beat JDS or Cain Velasquez. Oh no, shit, because JDS was too busy facing fucking Fabricio Werdum and Cain Velasquez. He wasn't exciting enough at that point to really fight Lesnar. Not his fault. You can't really blame Lesnar for that. I mean, if they weren't exciting, they weren't exciting. The UFC wasn't gonna put them on the main card. It's all business in the end. And the thing is, when I see Lesnar when he was beating down John Cena, I wanted Michael Cole to scream, "It is all over," because I thought it was all over after Lesnar made him bleed. I mean, it's hard for me to really get into MMA and really think that, and WWE. And I hate when they mix these two because it's really hard. Because see, the thing is, when Ken Shamrock, yeah, he did MMA. Don't get me wrong, he did MMA, but he had a professional wrestling style. He was working a professional wrestling style. He wasn't trying to be an MMA fighter inside of the damn ring. He was working a professional style, and he added the ankle lock. And the ankle lock was, a move where it's like, yeah, I can believe Ken Shamrock can do that. I mean, Brock Lesnar put in his triangle choke that he put on Shane Carwin. No, not triangle choke. What was it? I forgot what it's called. I forgot what he did. Like the head and arm choke. Someone that's MMA that knows. If he was doing that and he was making people tap out, I would believe it. I can't believe Brock Lesnar can make anyone tap out from a Kimura because he never put a Kimura on someone. I cannot believe Brock Lesnar is not winning fights with his style like that. I don't want to see this punch and brawl Lesnar. I want to see wrestling Lesnar. And it's not going to get me hyped just seeing Lesnar do takedowns like he's some NCAA tournament champion, beating people up with MMA like punches, and then make me believe, oh, he hasn't won the fight already. Like, what's going to see? That was the problem about the Extreme Rules match with Cena. I didn't like how Lesnar was looking like, oh, I'm big old bad Lesnar, I'm kicking your ass, and it's like Cena comes back and hits a FU. That was just weird. That's just weird. I don't like how they put MMA into wrestling. MMA and wrestling are totally different aspects because in MMA, you have to learn not only like karate, boxing techniques, wrestling techniques. You have to learn jiu-jitsu. You have to learn like all these Muay Thai. You have to learn different types of Muay Thai. You have to learn different types of jiu-jitsu. There's Brazilian and American. There's so many aspects in MMA people do not realize that it's hard for me to take that a professional wrestler and professional wrestling is a stage performance. It is an entertainment. It is made to entertain fans, not to make us. It's supposed to make us think it's real, but at the same time, it's supposed to provide entertainment. But it's hard when you see MMA that's a real sport that you know is real, that you know that it's going on, and you know that these fighters are legit. Don't listen to Ernest the Cat Miller's bullshit. He's a fucking idiot. It's hard to really believe that when a guy like Lesnar had when you've seen him have been real fucking fighters to have him lose to guys that stage and perform with the MMA technique. If he was wrestling as Brock Lesnar like he normally does, if he wore the MMA trunks and he just did the F5 and did belly to belly suplexes and wrestled like Lesnar back in the day, I could believe that. But when he's trying to act like he's an MMA fighter and he ground and pounds someone to the point where they can't protect themselves, that's when a fight should be called. Because that's how real MMA works. I get it, it's wrestling and it's supposed to keep on going, but the thing is, it just feels too real to me to the point where I don't want to really watch it because I'm gonna get thrown off so many times. And not to mention, a lot of wrestling fans are not huge MMA fans most of the time. Most of them find fights where someone's ground and pounding people way boring. They don't understand the technique. They don't understand the art of what goes into an MMA fight. They just kind of just say it's boring. So I'm not gonna be really interested in this. I don't want to see MMA Lesnar. I want to see wrestling Lesnar. I want to see wrestling Triple H. I want to see him tell a good story inside of the ring that doesn't have to involve Brock Lesnar acting like he's some MMA fighter and Triple H acting like he's a total badass taking all these shots. Because really, if you look at the other heavyweights that Brock Lesnar has fought, do you think Triple H could take a knee from Alistair Overeem, a punch from Cain Velasquez, or even a punch from JDS for that matter? Or hell, let's even go by the people he faced. Do you think Triple H would be able to handle a takedown and a beatdown by Randy Couture? Do you think that Triple H will be able to be able to withstand a knee lock from fucking Frank Mir himself? Because Brock Lesnar couldn't. Do you think that Triple H could even stand toe to toe with a Heath Herring? I don't even think that. That's the thing. I just won't be able to believe it. It will just be too hard to watch to see Triple H win this match because it will be hard to believe Triple H winning. It was hard for me to believe Cena would win, and it's just pretty much showing how WWE looks at the MMA world. They're just saying, "Hey, you guys can maybe be doing this real shit, but in the end, we just pull all the fucking strings." And it's like, no, it's no, and I'm not gonna be able. I'm not gonna care about it. Will I watch it? Sure. Will my thoughts on it be good? No. And that's why it's for you people to understand that, hey, here's an MMA fan that watches professional wrestling also, and he's just saying the MMA style does not work in professional wrestling. Unless you guys think so, comment down below, leave a video response. But I don't think it works, and I'm not excited to see Triple H versus Brock Lesnar for this reason alone. I'm sorry if that sounds like a dumb reason, but it's true. When you watch an MMA fight and you watch a professional wrestling bout, there are totally different things. There's a story behind a professional wrestling bout, there's arts and techniques behind an MMA bout. Just saying. But anyways, this is Chase Oliver 68. Thank you all for watching. Comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't. Like, dislike, and whatever you want to do. See y'all.